Have you ever searched for a specific local business online only to find listings on other people's sites? It's hard to believe, but there are still quite a few brick and mortar businesses that haven't created their own website yet. Without a website, businesses have no presence online. But it's not just about keeping up with all the other local businesses. There are huge profit and customer relationship benefits as well. Consistent visibility. Even though local businesses are offline, their customers are online. By only being visible when customers walk down the street or drive by, these businesses are invisible the rest of the time. However, people spend a huge amount of time online, whether it is on their computer, smartphone, laptop, or tablet. They search for information online, not by driving down the street. Communicating with customers regularly. A website gives the business owner a venue for collecting email addresses, which in turn is a vehicle for communication. Most people still check their email regularly. Instead of spending money on print advertising, it's much cheaper to send customers special offers and discounts via email. At the same time, email can be used to build a relationship with customers by offering other tips and advice. Build your online brand awareness. Your website is completely under your control, so businesses can use it to create and promote their brand image. Everything from the design of the site to the content and interaction that occurs there builds the image that you want the world to see. You can use it as a kind of dynamic billboard which the whole world can see and interact with. Demonstrate social proof. People make purchasing decisions based on recommendations more than any other factor. By including testimonials from customers, businesses can offer the proof that prospective buyers need. Ratings and reviews are another way to help people make purchasing decisions, though they are more difficult to control. Go global. As a local business, you have a very limited prospect and customer base. However, once a business goes online, the potential for more sales is only limited by the logistics of shipping, and international delivery rates are cheaper than ever, so that's not an excuse. In fact, some websites like Etsy have made it feasible for even the smallest individual business owner to give the whole world access to their products. While it's certainly possible to survive purely as a local business, the potential to grow and prosper is far greater when you have a website also. It's just a matter of being visible to customers and prospects in the place they spend much of their time, while opening up your business to a whole new market. In this video, we are going to switch gears a little and go over some of the disadvantages of internet marketing. With everything, there are both advantages and disadvantages. It is that way with internet marketing. Keep in mind that internet sales are not static. As things change, what we find disadvantageous today may become a good thing tomorrow. With that, new disadvantages will take the place of these. The lack of human interaction is a big disadvantage in internet marketing. When a person enters a store, he or she can ask for advice, gain information, and interact with a human. Many people don't like the impersonal feeling that comes from shopping online. Telephones and chat rooms exist, but these do not help internet marketing give the same feeling as having a live person in front of you. So, even if a customer goes online for product information, they may end up choosing to buy the product in person anyway. Internet marketing is not a free activity. There are costs involved in building and maintaining a website and buying hardware and programs to help run your business. There are, of course, costs in running a brick and mortar store that internet marketing does not have. Depending on what angle you approach it from, the cost involved could be considered acceptable. When websites go down, customers can't get to you. You lose sales and may become frustrated about having to seek a product elsewhere. This may not deter the customer who is in the situation once, but repeated times will cause him to take his business somewhere he can feel is reliable. Safety has led many customers to avoid shopping online. Many people are afraid of identity theft and other forms of fraud that stop them from buying things online. You might have done everything possible to ensure your customers' privacy, but some people still will not trust the internet. A major portion of the population will never see your site because you are not advertising correctly. Finally, you may find yourself targeting the wrong population if you do all your business online and don't take time to come face to face with the customer to make sure what you are selling is what the customer wants. In this video, we are going to talk about how to increase your online visibility to attract more customers for your business through guest posting. How does guest posting work? When you write an article for another website, all the people who visit that site will see what you've written. If it's well written and engaging, they will read the entire article and see the author box, which gets included at the end of every guest post. If they enjoyed your article, they may then click on one of the links you've included in your bio. That's where your traffic comes from. And this is traffic that wouldn't necessarily have found you in any other way. In addition, if you can create a conversation by encouraging people to comment on your guest posts, you can increase traffic even more. Readers start to make a connection with you through the comments and want to learn more by clicking on your avatar that links to your site. Let's go over a few methods for getting traffic from guest posts. Write quality posts on relevant topics. You should always be presenting your best quality writing anywhere you post. However, when you write for another person's website, you also need to choose topics that are highly relevant to their readers, as well as to your own market. They won't read your article if it's not relevant to them, and the guest website owner may not want to publish it otherwise. Select sites whose readers are your target market. Choose the places you guest post carefully to make the most of your efforts. Find ones that get a decent amount of traffic from people that you are trying to attract as customers. Gaining highly targeted traffic is one of the biggest benefits of guest posting. Always keep track of comments. As soon as you know the post has been published, subscribe to the comments so that you'll be able to respond. Whenever someone makes a comment, be sure to leave your own response right away. They will appreciate it and often click through on your link. Write a tempting bio box. There's no point writing an amazing guest post just to have a boring author bio at the end that leads to nowhere. Write a few words about yourself and then invite readers to click on a specific link for something, such as a special offer, report, free giveaway, etc. Here are just a few ideas for topics that you can write a guest post on. Create an FAQ about a topic related to your industry. Describe the most common mistakes people make in your market. Share your own experience with a relevant tool or tactic. Do a top 10 list of best practices for success in your market. Write a how-to tutorial on a topic that typically challenges people. If your guest posts are valuable and well written, they will increase your visibility as an expert in your field. If the sites you choose to guest website on have readers in your target market, you will start drawing more and more traffic to your site. And as targeted traffic, these are the readers who are most likely to become long-term readers and customers of your own. In this video, we are going to talk about how using the right keyword phrases can generate more traffic to your business website. If you want more people to visit your website, you need to generate targeted traffic. And you don't just want a little traffic, you want as much as possible. The best way to reach more people is through the search engines. And the best way to show up in the search engine results is to optimize each of your web pages for a specific keyword phrase. Here is a brief overview of how you can accomplish this. Find a keyword phrase. Don't just sit down and write about any subject that enters your head. If you really want to appeal to people, you need to write about things that they want answers to. Start by finding a good keyword phrase to use in your post. This means it should be a phrase that a decent number of people are searching for, but which has a relatively low number of competing websites. Keyword tools such as Market Samurai and Word Tracker will help you identify these phrases. Create your post outline. Once you know what you want to write about, you can start to outline your post. Make sure your title contains your keyword and that your post itself will deliver on the promise of that title. Some people like to also include their keyword in at least one of their header tags, H1 and H2, but you need to make sure that you won't have so many instances of your phrase that Google sees you as a spammer. Write high quality content. With a good outline in place, you should be able to sit down and write your post quickly. At this point, don't even think about your keyword phrase, except to make sure that you're sticking to your topic. You're writing for people first and search engines second. Once you're done writing, go back and make sure that you do have the keyword phrase 2 to 3 times in your post, depending on the post length. The last thing you want to do is stuff your article with a specific keyword. If you find you've done that by accident, just go back and vary the phrase a bit or use other words as a substitution. Add images. Always add at least one image to your website post. It should be something relevant to the content, naturally, but it should also have your keyword in the alt image tag and image description. You'll be able to see the places to input these when you click on the button to edit the image in WordPress. Another reason to add a description and tag is that Google can read text, but it cannot read images. By adding a description and alt image tag, you've given the search engine something to read. Add links. By creating links within your post to other posts in your site, you create a natural structure the search engines love. At the same time, you add value for your readers by pointing them to other information that they'll benefit from. However, you shouldn't limit your links to internal ones. That looks suspicious to Google and could even get you pushed down in search results. Link to 1 or 2 other sites that add value for your reader, and they may even link back to you, bringing in even more traffic. If you really want people to read your website content, you should always try to start with a keyword phrase that your target readers are looking for. Long tail keywords are the best, and they will help you be more specific about what you write. In addition, by using a keyword in the title of the post and strategically throughout it, you'll be far more likely to rank highly in the search engine results. In this video, we're going to go over some simple ways you can create a lead-in info product even if you're not a writer. One of the best ways to make money online is to create your own info products to sell. No matter what type of business you run, online or offline, there is tremendous potential to earn additional income through selling digital information. It can even be your core business model. But what if you don't like to write? Don't worry, there is more than one way to create an info product. And the following ways won't even cost you a dime in outsourcing. Voice to text. Some people just can't type quickly, or they think better out loud. For those of you who'd rather dictate your thoughts, there is recording software that will translate your voice straight into text. The most popular of these is called Dragon Naturally Speaking. Another option is Google Voice. All you'll need to do afterwards is edit the transcription a bit to make sure there's no misunderstanding between you and the software. Recorded interviews. By interviewing a few experts and creating audio recordings of those interviews, you'll have an instant product that requires very little effort on your part. Many people prefer to download a recording into their MP3 player and listen it while they walk or drive in the car. You can also have these recordings transcribed so that people who want to read the interview have that option also. One easy way to record these interviews is through Skype, but there are services for recording over a regular phone line as well. Create screencast tutorials. Seeing how to do something on screen can be a far more effective way to learn than reading about it. That's just one of the reasons that there are millions of YouTube tutorials on the web. You can easily create a series of tutorials by recording yourself walking through the steps of a task on the screen. You could use a free screen capture software such as Jing. Camtasia Studio is another popular software for creating and editing these types of videos. Slideshow videos. One of the easiest ways to make a video without a camera is to create a slideshow and then convert it to video format. If you already have PowerPoint on your computer, just pick a pretty template, add some interesting graphics or screen captures, add bullet points for your main points, and then record yourself giving the presentation. The free OpenOffice software can achieve the same thing. In addition, with the free Windows Live Movie Maker, you could just create a slideshow with images, put in some background music, and convert to video. Let the experts do it. If you want a written product, another way to make one is to get experts to do it for you for free. Like the audio interview idea, you can ask people questions and have them send back the answers. Many busy experts even prefer this method. It's easy for them to just respond to a couple questions in an email right away than to start scheduling times to speak live. Just don't go overboard with a ton of questions, or they won't necessarily answer you at all. When you have all the answers, all you have to do is compile them into a report with a brief intro and conclusion. You may even want to add your own thoughts. Don't let your dislike of writing stop you from creating an info product. Even if you do like to write, creating products in different forms of media will make them more interesting for the user. You'll end up with a growing supply of content that you can use for sales, giveaways, opt-in incentives, or any other place you need content. In this video, we are going to go over some tips for running an effective social media campaign. Here are a few tips for running a social media campaign that will be effective at impacting the success of your business. Set short and long-range goals. What do you want to accomplish with your social media marketing? Each social network can help you achieve different goals, so it's important to identify these before you go a step further. You should have separate goals for the short term and long term. When you set your goals, make sure they are measurable in terms of the return on your investment, ROI. A social media campaign isn't about gaining a certain number of followers on Facebook. It should involve metrics around building your business, such as the number of people who visit your site from your Facebook page and then go on to buy something. Choose the right network for your needs. Just because everyone else is focusing on building a Facebook page doesn't necessarily mean it's the best venue for achieving your business goals. Look at the strengths and weaknesses of each one and decide which to concentrate on. Your customers may not even be hanging out on Facebook. Use dedicated social media management tools for tracking the results you get from each network. Then you'll be able to make an informed decision on which is giving you the best bang for your buck. Be sure to measure the time you are spending on each one as part of your tracking efforts. Assign responsibility for social media management. Make it clear who is responsible for each network and campaign. If you are part of a large company, you may have multiple people responsible for your social media. Each person needs to know what the other is doing as part of your overall strategy. At the same time, you should always be keeping abreast of new developments in the field of social media and on each network. Create a blueprint of your strategy. An effective social media campaign requires a clear map that details every step. Lay out your goals and strategy first. Determine the key measures you will use along with the different phases of the campaign. What are the exact steps that need to be implemented? What content will you need? Set up your timeline and share the entire blueprint with everyone involved. Treat it as a powerful marketing tool. Social media may have started out as a fun way to share with friends, but it is now a powerful marketing tool that should be treated as such. While it can still be confusing for businesses that have relied on traditional marketing in the past, using social media to successfully promote your business doesn't have to be any more complicated. Just use the same structured approach you would use for any marketing campaign. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can use Pinterest both for profit and promotion. Promote your website. If you have an image on your website, it's pinnable. For that reason alone, you should always add an image on each of your website posts along with a pin it button under each. Aside from that, readers are drawn to images, and an interesting one encourages them to go on and read your article. When you or a reader pins your image to Pinterest, it creates a direct link back to your website. This not only adds to your link building efforts, it can bring a whole new type of traffic to your site. Create themed boards on Pinterest that are based on the categories on your website, and make sure that you always pin your website post images to those boards. Involve your customers. Having Pinterest boards is a new way to engage your customers online. Not only can they pin their favorite images to your boards, but they can comment on them and share them with their friends and followers. When people enjoy interacting with your website, they'll come back more often. This not only builds your relationship with website visitors, but it gives you far greater opportunities to showcase your products and services. Inspire your customers. Often people only see your products in one way and for one purpose. Pinterest boards give you the chance to inspire different ways to use your products through visuals. For example, if you sell wedding favors, you can show pictures of them at the table settings of customers' weddings. That's far more inspiring than a simple product image in your store. Show that you're a real person. It's always difficult to make a personal connection with people online versus face to face. By including both business boards and personal boards in your Pinterest account, prospects and customers get to see some of your own interests. They start to see the real person behind the business persona. Even if you are representing a large company, remember that customers are eager to know the real people behind the corporate face. If you're a small business or entrepreneur, this is even more critical. Add affiliate links. You may not realize it, but you can also insert your own affiliate links on your pins. It's a whole new way of doing affiliate marketing. You can create boards that are just product oriented and earn cash when people click those links and buy something. Just go into the edit button for a specific pin and replace the direct link to the product with your affiliate link. Pinterest isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and it is incredibly active. Make the most of it as a place to engage your customers and prospects. At the same time, it presents a new opportunity to earn income online from a completely different source. In this video, we are going to go over some basics of link building to increase traffic to your business website. Getting links to point back to your site is one of the main ways people implement SEO. The reason this works is because when the search engines crawl websites, they check to see what other sites are being linked to. If you get a link on a site that is relevant to yours in the eyes of the search engine, your website will look better. Now, if you can get a lot of these links, your site will start to climb higher and higher in the search engine results. Why does any of this matter? After all, there are other ways to get traffic besides search engines, right? That's true, but there are a lot of people that will only find you through the search engines. Furthermore, the closer to the top of the results pages you are, the more likely they are to see the link to your site and visit it. Keep in mind that while you can do things to rank higher, the search engines are not there to serve your desire to get traffic, at least not entirely. What they are there for is to give relevant results to their users. That's why the sites sending links back to your site needs to be relevant. In fact, the more a particular search engine likes the site linking to you, the more benefit you'll receive. This all sounds great. Just get a bunch of links to your site and do a few other SEO things and you'll be at #1 in no time, right? Not necessarily. You also have to make sure you have high quality content on your site. After all, the people visiting your site need to like what they see. Otherwise, you have wasted a lot of time and effort. To put it simply, it's alright to do SEO, but don't forget that you are creating your site for people. You can get links back to your site by swapping links with other webmasters. However, you need to give this some thought to make sure the links you're getting will be looked on favorably by the search engines. Another way is to write articles and submit them to article directories. The articles will have a link back to your site. Leaving comments on blogs, again with your link, is the method of link building preferred by a lot of people. Whatever ways of link building you choose, the key is to get a large amount of links and to make sure the sites linking back to you are relevant. This can take some time, but it's a good investment if you know what you're doing. The backlinking methods we just covered are a good start, but don't stop there. The more you know about various SEO techniques, the more you can use them to your advantage. In this video, we are going to talk about how to take advantage of Facebook to boost your visibility online. Many businesses are not taking full benefit of Facebook's cover page and timeline features. However, there is more opportunity there to drive more traffic to your website than ever before. Instead of just doing your regular status updates, try using some of these tips to give your page a boost in both traffic and image. Change your cover photo. Each time you change your cover, an update appears in your timeline. Your followers see that in their newsfeed and are more likely to click it to see what has changed. If you keep your images interesting, they'll be eager to see what's new. Some ideas include sharing images from customers, collages of products, a funny photo, or a dramatic representation. Think about it. Some people go daily to the Google search page just to see how they've redesigned the Google image for that day. Also, the more you show up in their newsfeed, the more likely they are to visit your page. Use the pin to top feature regularly. You can pin your most important posts to the top of your timeline every day. Whenever you have a special offer or event you want to promote, make sure you have it pinned at the top where visitors can see it. Share images as much as possible. Statistics show that people share images more than text. Try using a mix of your own images and those from other interesting sites. Ask customers to upload or share their own as well. You could even have a contest where followers upload their favorite product images and see who gets the most likes. Add items to your historical timeline periodically. Every time you add an event to your historical timeline, those updates will also show up in followers' news feeds. Just don't update your history all at once and flood the feeds. They won't thank you for it and may just unlike you. Avoid using third-party publishing platforms for your posting. With some of these outside posting services, the share button will not show up on your post. That defeats the whole point of using a social network. It's okay to post a few things automatically, but do the bulk of it directly on Facebook. If you're not making the most of Facebook's timeline at the moment, consider using some of these tips to drive more traffic to your page and ultimately to your site. At the very least, make sure you update your cover image. In this video, we are going to talk about 7 tips that can help you build a list of eager subscribers. Make your promotional materials interesting and fun. Try to use a little creativity, but not too over artsy. Build around what your product or service is about. For example, if you are selling car parts, put some pictures of what is new in the auto parts world. A new winger possibly that can fit any car and make it look like a Lamborghini. Try to research what people are looking for. This way, you stay one step ahead of them all the time, and you will be the bearer of new tidings. They will be eager to receive what you are sending them because they knew you always have fresh and new things to share with them. Write good articles that can be very informational but light at the same time. If your subscribers enjoy your articles, they will go to your site by clicking the links that you will be putting on your newsletter to read some more. You can provide articles that can connect to many people. Be diverse in your articles. Put something humorous, then put something informational, then put something that has both. Are you wary about this because you don't like writing? No problem. There are many professional and experienced article writers that can do the job for you for minimal fees. They know what they are doing and can provide the need that you have for your newsletters. The money that you pay for your articles are going to be met by the many signups and the potential profit from the sales that you will get. Create and send an ebook to your customers about anything that is related to your business or site. Use your knowledge and expertise in the field you have chosen to help other people who are similarly interested. Offer this ebook for free. You can write about anything informational and helpful to your subscribers. For example, you can do manuals and guides and so many things. This ebook could be used as a reference for many people. Share this ebook with everyone, even other sites. Just make sure that they don't change the links in the ebook that will lead people to your site. If you want, you can always get some people to write it for you, just like your articles. Your investment, once again, will be covered by the great marketing this will generate. Add e-coupons in your newsletters that will help them avail to special discounts. Put a control number in your e-coupon so that they can only be used once. When people get discounts that can be found in your newsletters, they will be eager to receive your newsletter in anticipation of what you're promoting next. If your subscribers can get benefits from your newsletters, they will be very eager to receive them. Just don't flood your mailing list with mail so that you don't annoy your subscribers. In this video, we are going to go over some most common SEO terms that you'll hear. SERPs. This stands for Search Engine Results Pages. These are the pages you see after you type in a search phrase into Google or other search engines. They're the result of your search. For anyone with a business online, your goal is to be as high up in the SERPs as possible for any search phrases associated with your business. Meta tags. Meta tags are words that appear in the HTML code for a page, but do not appear on the page itself. They tell search engines specific information about that page. The most common meta tags are for the description of the page, keywords, and author. Title tags. These are the words that appear in the tab or bar at the very top of your web browser. They are the title of the page that a user will see when they look at the top of their browser. Alt image tags. The alt image tag provides the alternative text for an image. Since search engines can't read an image, you should always provide some text that describes the image as well. It will show up if the image can't be displayed and will also show if someone hovers their mouse over it. Hyperlinks. A hyperlink is simply a link you can click on that connects one place to another, either on the web or even within a document, such as a slideshow. Hyperlinks can be attached to text or images. Anchor text. This is the clickable text in a hyperlink. Marketers typically use keywords that describe the linked page as their anchor text, which can help in ranking higher in the SERPs. Internal links. These are links from one page on a site or domain to another. The opposite is an external link, which involves linking to a page on another website. Both types of links are important for SEO. Long-tail keywords. A long-tail keyword is a search phrase that consists of 2 or more words. Usually, the longer the keyword phrase, the more specific the information is that the searcher is looking for. In general, it is easier to rank for a long-tail keyword since it will have less competition. Keyword density. Keyword density is a measure of how many times a specific keyword appears on a page in relation to the number of words on the page. If the keyword density is a high percentage, it can be a warning sign to Google that the page is low quality or spam. Organic traffic. The free traffic you get naturally from search engines and other directory listings is referred to as organic traffic. The opposite is paid traffic, such as the people who arrive at your site by clicking on one of your ads on another site. Spider. Also referred to as a crawler or robot, spiders are software programs that the search engines use for locating and indexing all the pages and websites on the internet. Spiders follow links from one page to another and will revisit sites, indexing new pages as it goes. In this video, we are going to learn the best approach to understanding your market through marketing research. Market research is the process of gathering information in order to learn about something. Internet market research will give you a full picture of both what is occurring and what is about to occur in the marketplace. When it is performed well, it can let you know what the best choices are to be made. Marketing decisions are less risky when you have looked at all available options. There are countless decisions to be made in business that are affected by marketing. These include target markets, products, distribution, promotion, pricing, external factors, and others. Each of these marketing segments will require research. It is important that you perform the correct research for each of these segments or you will be wasting your time. Because marketing involves people, it is one of the social sciences. Social science is the study of people and how they react to different situations. In marketing, you study people and how they react to different marketing campaigns. Many marketing research techniques, such as surveys for example, are in actuality scientific experiments. Not all marketing research will require studies to be performed, but if these studies are not performed correctly, then they are producing inaccurate results. Of course, any research, no matter how well performed, has the ability to be wrong. It is because of this that you must undertake many different methods of research in order to produce the most accurate results. Research reliability depends on making sure that the data gathering leads to accurate results. If you always make sure to conduct the proper internet market research, you will find that your business will be much more profitable than if you had not. When it comes to increasing list engagement, it's important to create a plan based on the products and services you plan to promote. A good engagement strategy starts with your product funnel, which in turn helps you create your content. Here are some important things you should have. A product funnel. You probably already have various products and services, but you may not have designed a product funnel yet that helps you understand how everything is interconnected and works together. Understanding this can help you keep your different lists and promotions in order. A page for each product. Each page should tell your audience the benefits of purchasing the product. Remember, benefits over features. The focus of your sales pages should be on the audience, not on you. When writing your content, pretend you're the client and answer all the questions and concerns they might have on the page. A list for each product. Using your autoresponder, create the lists for each product or service that you will promote. At the minimum, you will want a general email list for people who visit the front page of your blog, and then 2 lists for each product you sell. Create 1 list for people who purchase the product and 1 list for people who just want more info about the product. Name them appropriately so that you know where to put the messages based on from where the audience joins your list. A product calendar. Knowing when each product is being launched for new upcoming products and or services will help you identify which lists you can include the announcements and information on. Plus, it will remind you to create new sales pages, lists, blog posts, and email marketing messages for each new product. There are a few more things you'll need to add to your plan so that you can increase engagement for your email campaigns. A blog calendar. Based on the product launch calendar, write blog posts and set deadlines for them to be scheduled. Ensure that some blog posts promote the various sales pages, and other blog posts are designed for those who purchased already. For each message, consider who will see it and where they come from. A social media calendar. Develop social media messages in a series based on your blog posts that will attract your readers to click through to your sales pages and purchase or sign up for your email lists. An email marketing calendar. Based on how everything works together above, create a series of emails that you can edit appropriately for each separate list that you may want to promote the new product to. Load them into the right autoresponders, ensuring they link to the right sales pages depending on the audience they are sent out to. Follow-up messages. Write a series of follow-up messages for each product that you sell. Once sold, you will want to keep in contact with the customer who bought it so that you can market future products and services to them. By creating a plan of action to follow, you can make sure every single time you launch a product that you can cross-promote other products and services without bombarding your list with messages they don't need, therefore increasing your conversion rates exponentially. If all the content you create fits together like a puzzle designed to promote your products and services in a seamless way, it'll be that much easier each time you get ready to launch a new product. You've finally got some subscribers to your email list, and now you want to start getting some interaction from them. You want them to read the information and answer your calls to action. But first, you must get them to open your emails. That starts with writing subject lines that encourage them to act. Pique interest. Don't give everything away in the subject line. Instead, use the space to make them want to open the email and know more. Think about what they see when they get the email in their inbox and put the words in the right order to pique interest. Tease. Email subject lines are a good way to bring humor and fun personality to your messages. Keeping your audience in mind, make your email subject lines evoke the emotions that your audience needs to open them. Curiosity. The email subject line should make the reader curious enough to open it. If you know the audience you're sending emails to well, and you should, it should not be difficult to craft curiosity-seeking email subject lines for them. Be upfront. You don't want to mislead your audience, so be careful about trying to be too clever with your email subject lines. If they feel duped when they open the email, no matter how good your offer is, they'll be unhappy. In this video, we'll talk about additional ways to get your emails read by your subscribers. So let's get started. Keywords. Some people search their emails using various keywords. Make it easy for them by including those keywords within the first 3 words of the email subject line. Plus, when the email comes in, the keyword will be immediately visible to them. Personalize. People respond very well to personalization in email messages, and that includes subject lines. If you can call out their name or name their title, they're going to be more likely to open the email message. No fluff. You have very little space in the email subject line. How long your subject line is will depend greatly on your audience. Test different lengths of subject lines to find out what works well with your audience, but the rule of thumb is 1 to 7 words or less than 130 characters. Name drop. A great place to name drop is in the subject line of an email. If you use a famous person's name or a person who your audience values, then all the better. You have to be careful doing this because you don't want the person's name you drop to be angry, so ensure that it's all positive. It needs to be a win-win situation. Deadlines. A time limit mentioned in the subject line will also entice your audience to open it. If you offer a special that expires in 3 days, say so in the subject line so that they know that they need to open now and not wait until later. Note: make the deadline real to be most effective. Creating subject lines that encourage opening of emails is something that you need to consider carefully based on your topic, your audience, and the results you're hoping to achieve through your email marketing messages. In this video, we are going to talk about offering your subscribers gifts to increase engagement. A free gift is a great way to entice a new subscriber to sign up for your email list. It's also a great way to increase engagement, because who doesn't like getting gifts? The important thing about offering a gift is that it should be useful, valuable, and the same quality as the products or services you offer. If it's lesser in value, they may think it's an example of the type of work you do and never buy your products or services. If you're serious about getting more subscribers and ultimately customers, then your gift needs to be an example of what your audience can expect to receive when they make a purchase. Never make your gift something that you must produce separately for each person. That would be too difficult and take too long. You want it to ideally only cost you something to produce one time. What types of free gifts can you offer? An ebook. This is a great gift to give away, especially if you use one you normally sell so that it has a perceived value to the visitor. If it's something you normally sell on your website or elsewhere, then the visitor feels a lot of incentive to get the free item. Software. If you create any type of downloadable tools, software, plugins, or apps, or have permission through private label rights to use them as freebie giveaways, and it's something very useful for your audience, this is another really great free gift to give your subscribers. This works best if the freebie is something your audience can use in conjunction with your products or services. A report. A report is just a short ebook that is more focused on solving one problem, instead of an overall how-to like a book would be. If you had a website about vegetarianism, you could, for instance, offer a free pantry check sheet, conversion, or substitution chart for your readers to use. When it comes to increasing list engagement for your email campaigns, offering free gifts is a great option. Think carefully about the types of gifts that will suit your audience and use them to get your subscribers to open, click, and act. Here are additional ways to do it. Coupons. People like getting discount coupons. So if you can offer your visitors a coupon code for signing up for your email list, that is a great freebie to offer. Don't discount your work too much though, because that devalues what you do. Training. Offering written or video lessons to your subscribers works for almost every niche. You can use it to educate and inform your readers about the many ways your products can make their lives better. Just create the lessons and load them up into your autoresponder and deliver to the people who sign up for your list. Checklists, worksheets, and charts. These are awesome to give your audience because they can use them to reach their goals and get things done, and every time they do, they are reminded of your generosity. You can create them around the types of products or services you offer. Bundles. You can put together a collection of all the things we've discussed in this lesson and offer a package deal. This is a great way to give them an overall sampling of what your business can do for them. In this video, we are going to jump right in and talk about how to optimize your landing page for more traffic. Keep it simple. Don't go crazy putting too much information on your landing page. For instance, don't put pop-ups and pop-unders on the same page. You don't want too many keywords to gunk up how readers view your page either. You want the page to read well for real-life visitors, while at the same time attracting the search engines to rank you higher. Keywords. Study the keywords that your audience uses to find you. It doesn't matter what other people think about your keywords. It only matters what your audience is using to find you. Look for high-value, low-competition keywords to use to attract your audience. Titles. Not only should the titles on your page be keywords, they should also be in the proper heading style. If the search engine recognizes it as a header, it will place more importance on the words than if it's body text. Title tags. If you look at the top of any web page, there is a title for the page. Take advantage of this area to define what the search engine sees about your page. If you don't control this area, every page of your website will have the same title tag. Differentiate each page to get more hits from the search engines. Meta descriptions. Every page has a meta description that will define how the search engine displays your search results to the reader. Make the most of this feature. If you use WordPress to build your sales pages, you can use an SEO plugin like Yoast, which allows you to control the meta description and even see a preview of what it will look like before publishing the page. Subheadings. Creating subheadings with keywords and header tags will help not only lead your user's eye down to what you want them to read and describe the actions you want them to take, but it will also draw attention to the search engines. When building your landing page, it's important that you understand who your audience is and what the purpose of the page is before you start. Then optimize it to get the best listing possible. Let's go over a few things that you should keep in mind as you build your pages. Keywords and links. Make links within the landing page with words that are keywords and specific about the link. Don't use words like click here. Use words that describe what they're clicking, such as 100 stroganoff recipes instead. Most people understand that underlined words are clickable now. URL keywords. If you can include a keyword in the URL of your landing page, that is a very good use of a keyword or keyword phrase. Don't go too crazy with the keywords though. You want the page URL to also look nice. Alt tags. Search bots can't read images, so it's up to you to provide descriptions to the images that you have on your sales page. Use more than pretty blue flower to describe the image. Instead, use words that are relevant to what you are offering on the page. Headlines. Headlines in landing pages are important because people do not read horizontally online. They read vertically. Bolding a headline using headers and making sure it's an important keyword will not only lead the search engines to rank you higher, but it will also help your audience read your page better. Actionable copy. Your landing page copy should include keywords that make sense. Don't overdo it, because using more than 2% keyword density in your pages will send alarms to the search engines that your site might be spam. Instead, create copy that leads your viewer to perform some sort of action. Add video. Video is often shared, which adds an additional dimension to the sales page. But while a search engine bot can't really watch the video, it can read the tags and notice that there is a video. And since users like video a lot, the search engine is more likely to put that page toward the top of the results. Responsive. People don't exclusively use their PCs when looking at sales pages. In fact, a lot of people use their mobile devices while they're waiting in the doctor's office or visiting a coffee shop. The more responsive your design is, the more the search engines will like your page. Using these tips to create a fully optimized landing page to get more search engine traffic will work. Try making 1 or 2 changes at a time to make the effect even more useful for getting more search engine traffic. Search engines also like websites that are updated often, and since sales pages and landing pages don't typically change much, improving your page over time is another way to garner more search engine traffic. Even though most consumers are savvy enough to realize that a lot of email marketing is automated today, they still respond better to more personalization than less. Therefore, if you want to increase engagement, it's imperative that you use your software to its fullest potential, and that includes using as much personalization as it's capable of. Here are some basic things you should consider. Write interest-targeted email messages. Use the software to capture the information needed to personalize and craft email messages toward what your subscriber wants to know about. This is an important way to move your subscribers enough to purchase from you. Capturing the right information will enable you to point your subscribers to products and services that they want. Predefined fields. Most email programs allow you to insert different predefined fields. For example, if you have a website that is devoted to selling art, you could send a questionnaire to your audience asking them what their favorite style is. Then the software will not only trigger the right emails to go out based on that style, but it will also mention the style within the email message. If they don't fill it out, it will insert some other value that you choose into that predefined field. Date insert fields. It's important for many of your emails to be pre-crafted, but you can make the email message look as if it was just created by using the date insert field. Then the email message looks timelier. With that function, in conjunction with special sales pages that also show the current date, you can personalize by keeping everything looking current. Create geocentric messages. It is likely that your email software allows you to capture location-based information from subscribers. This location-based information can be used for a variety of purposes, from marketing events in their area to encouraging them to visit your location if you have a local brick-and-mortar business. Depending on the email marketing software you use, it's important to learn all the features that it has so that you can use it to its fullest potential. You might not even be aware of all the things your email marketing software can do. If you aren't sure, consider seeking out someone who is an expert with your software choice so that everything can be set up to the most effective and the most personal in nature. Here are some tips to follow when using your email marketing software. Let them define their information. Sending a poll or checklist to subscribers that lets them define what information they want to get is a good way to find out exactly what your subscribers need and want to hear from you. Acknowledge purchases. Each time a purchase is made, it's important to acknowledge it with a thank you, but to also move them off a list that keeps promoting that item. If they feel like you're harassing them to buy something they already have, they won't respond well when you market something new to them. Encourage social sharing. Put social share buttons on appropriate email messages so that your subscribers can help you get more people to sign up for your email marketing list. This is a type of personalization that encourages them to share with their friends, but also encourages them to friends, like, and follow you on other social channels. Retargeting technology. When someone visits your website or buys something, it's important to use the technology available to you to retarget them for buying something more. When your user receives your email and opens it, a software program can be used to install a cookie that will then allow specialized ads to be delivered to the user when they visit various web pages. Ask for reviews. Whenever a customer buys a product, send them a thank you message and then a series of follow-up messages. One of these can be a request for a product review after giving them enough time to try to use your product or service. The form they fill out for the review will also ask for more information about them that you can use for further targeted marketing.